What's up, Warriors? How you doing today? We are back with another episode. Tonight, today, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you are listening to this. Consistency. Let's go. What's up, Warriors? Welcome back to another episode. Episode 5. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? It doesn't matter how many times I listen to that beat. Every time it plays, I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. Uh, we're back with another one. I hope you guys have been, paying attention to the Warriors Collection Network YouTube channel. We've been putting a lot of information out there, a lot of things that we're doing. I hope it's been helpful. It's been fun on my part. I know that it's been very fun on my part. Before we get into the topic, into the conversation, into the title, make sure you guys are following this podcast on your Spotify, on your Apple, whatever your listening platform is, whatever that may be. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you have subscribed to the podcast. We need your support. We need your ears. We need you. So definitely make sure you turn on that subscription. Subscribe to the podcast. It's free. I'm pretty sure if you're on Spotify, you're paying something, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe to us. If you're on YouTube, it's obviously free. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get the videos of the podcast. Apple, another one, free. Come on, folks. It's free. All you got to do is subscribe and follow. Subscribe and follow. As you see there, episode 5, consistency. This is we gonna bite into the apple of truth here, and I would have to say this is one of the departments that I struggle in this arena, right? In this thing, when it comes to working out, training, I'm disciplined. I can do that consistently. Motivation is the key to start. But after you start, you need discipline. And once you get that discipline, or once you start doing it consistently, you build up discipline. And then now it's just a thing that you do because you know you need to be doing it. It's good for your body. I know that this is something I need to be doing. So I'm consistently doing my workouts. Other things that I'm consistently doing. I'm consistently checking myself. Checking how I'm, interacting with my wife, my kids. Constantly checking myself on how I'm interacting with others. Consistently making sure that I am being consistent in everything that I am doing while engaging other people. Making sure that if I'm saying something, that I am actually doing what I am saying, that I'm putting out there. Being consistent. But if I was to highlight, well, not if, I am going to highlight one thing that I lack consistency in is this arena, this right here, the podcasting, the video making, the content creating. Coming from a person that's very private, and you might be like, whoa, private. You told us so many things. You've You shared some parts of your life. Now you're private. Well, I talk about things that pertain to to certain situations or certain life lessons that I should share that could help someone else, so that if they come upon that same situation, that same life lesson, that they know how to respond to that situation accordingly, right? So in that aspect, then that aspect is open. I am being transparent, But in other things where, when I'm doing every 5, 10 minutes of the day, I'm not uploading pictures constantly. I'm compared to the rest of the world where everything is let me see, show me, let me show you what I'm doing, let me show you where I've been, all that. To that to that point, I am a private person. That's how I operate. I feel like some things are sacred. Some things should just be enjoyed in the moment without a camera in my face or in other people's faces, in that aspect. But in this arena, I struggle with consistency because I was so focused on the results. I was so focused on what's going to happen. When is it going to happen? I couldn't enjoy the process. I couldn't even start the process because I was so still focusing on the end results. And I've learned that sometimes that me focusing on the end results keep me from even starting, or keep me from even being consistent with with what I need to be doing to get me to the end result. And that becomes a problem because you need that consistency to build so you can get to the end result. You can't just show up to the start one day and get to the end results. This is not a race for the quick. This is a race built on endurance. And you have to consistently line up and go out there and get it. And I realized that with this YouTube channel, with the Voice Collection Network that I'm building on YouTube, with everything else, with my Twitter space, my IG accounts, I have to be consistent in posting. Doesn't mean I have to post 24/7. Doesn't mean I have to post 20 times a day. And there's tons of people out there that tell you that you have to post, constantly, and I don't care. I'm not going to be posting all day every day. I'm going to post when I need to post because I don't want to fall into that. And it's just a fine line. I don't want to fall into that thing where I have to, where I'm never enjoying the moment. I personally feel like it's a drain on me to constantly have this phone, this device in my hand, constantly taking pictures, recording things, and it's too much. And that's probably why I don't even I don't even line up at the starting lineup. I don't even get to the starting lineup because that seems too daunting, and the results are so far away. It's too many what ifs or why, and it's just too much. But now I understand that you know consistency is the key. If I be consistent, if I worry about focusing all my energy on being consistent, everything else after that is going to take care of itself. I don't have to worry about what's going to happen down the road. I don't have to worry about if the right people are going to see the post, or the right people are going to see the video. As long as I do my part, whether it's uploading a video, posting a picture, I need to do that. We can even take it a step further in relationships, right? Sometimes for me, for me, in past previous relationships, I would be so worried about if this person is going to notice that I've been doing such and such for for over a period of long time. Are they gonna notice? Are they gonna give me my flowers? Are they gonna, oh, you've been doing this? Are they gonna do that? And realizing I haven't even really started. I haven't even lined up to the finish line. I mean, at the starting lineup to even start the trials to start building on consistency. Because I was so worried about, will this person notice? Worrying about the end results, and I haven't even started. This consistency thing is big. It's big. You can spread it out on anything and everything. Relationships, schoolwork, your work, whatever you're doing in life. Don't worry about the end results. Just make sure you're doing what you need to do. So whenever it comes up, whenever it comes up, you know that you've done everything you need to do and you've been consistent in doing so. You've been consistent. You've been building that portfolio, right? You've been doing these things constantly. Constantly. You've been putting in the work. You've been doing it. You've been doing it. You don't have to worry about the end results, because when it's time for the end results to show up, boom, it'll happen. And I had it hit me. I want to say about 3 weeks ago. It had to have been 3 weeks ago, because I had this episode planned, but then a situation happened where there was a death, and I had to talk. I didn't have to, but I wanted to put that episode out. But it had to have been 3 weeks ago, and it just hit me like, wow. I spent so much time worrying and trying to see into the future. Where's it going to get me, or who's going to notice, or what's going to be the end results, And I didn't even start. I didn't even start. So I'm telling you today, put your shoes on, tie them up. Put your shoes on, tie them up, get to the starting lineup. Get to the starting line. And when you hear that gun go off, take off running. Keep the same stride. Have a consistent stride. Consistent breathing pattern. Keep going. This is not a race. This is not a speedy race. This is an endurance race. To be consistent is you have to have endurance. Because in this race, the finish line is so far ahead. In this race, you're gonna get some aches. You're gonna get some letdowns. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep that same stride. You gotta keep that same breathing pattern. Consistent. Because when it's time for that race to end, the results are gonna be there. The results are going to be there. Take care of business. Again, whatever it may be, whether you're a content creator, whether you're in your relationship and you trying to, provoke change in someone else, don't worry about trying to change them. Do what you need to do and be consistent in doing those things. Don't worry about, being noticed. Don't worry about making sure they seeing you doing such and such. There was a scene where I seen someone was wanted to be noticed that they was washing dishes. So we would wait till the dishes were like piled up, and the person came home and went, "Oh, I'm washing dishes over here. I'm washing dishes. I washed dishes last week. About the past 3 weeks, I'm over here just washing dishes." Don't worry about none of that. Just do it. Just do it. When it's time for you to receive your flowers, when it's time for you to receive that pat on the back or whatever it is, you did it, one, because you needed it was right for you to do it. Two, can no one say nothing bad about what you've been doing, because you've been doing it. They can't say, well, nope, I've been doing it. I've been doing it. You ain't been, nope, I've done that. It's been there. The information that I've constantly put out, the information. I've constantly, I've constantly taken out the trash. I've constantly been, been up on my studies. I've been doing what I need to do around the house. I've been consistent in these things. There's nothing for someone to say. They can try. They can try. I mean, we know people will try. But it ain't gonna hold no weight. It ain't gonna hold no weight. It ain't gonna hold no weight. So whatever it is in life, folks, be consistent in it. Do it because you know it's right. Do it because you have goals. You have goals. You have goals. And with this consistency, you will get there. It may take some time, but you will get there. Be consistent. So I hope this was a short one, another short one, another, just give you something to think about, slide something into your ears, into your brain so you can, ponder on it and think about it think about it for a little bit and get to work tomorrow. Put in that work. Stay consistent. Consistency builds discipline. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So that's my goal for this year, for the rest of the year. I want to be consistent in my posting for Twitter, IG, YouTube, and whatever else I got going on. I want to be consistent in it. And when like I said, when I looked at it, when it hit me, I was like, it's my fault. I haven't been putting out enough information. I haven't been consistent with the videos and whatever else. And the biggest thing, I'll tell y'all this, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But, when I was doing while I'm doing the podcast, I would go, the goal was to do an episode every other week or so. And sometimes, life happens, but then sometimes it would just get away from me. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just let that episode, the previous episode, ride a little bit longer. And then I'll come back and drop another episode, but more time will go by. So, but last season I was moving, so I didn't really have that much control over the situation of the things that was happening. But season 3, even though we put out 53 episodes or something like that, I could have possibly put out at least 75 episodes if I was really focused in, trying to make myself, or trying to learn discipline and commitment, consistency, commitment, and being disciplined in this whole arena. If I was doing that, I mean, I don't know. We can do the what ifs. I don't know, but the podcast could be further out there, reaching more people if I had done more episodes, or if I had stayed consistent with what I was doing. I was doing like 2 episodes a week, and then I dropped off the sports one, and then I was down to 1 episode a week, and then it went down to every 2 weeks. And then I was taking break. So, it was a lot of things going on. But if I feel like if I was more consistent in what I was doing, and, I focused on getting these episodes out, I probably would have had like 75 episodes in season 3. I mean, 2020, there was so much material, so much stuff that we could have talked about. But, can't hop on the past. And we let those opportunities slip out the window, because we're so worried about the end results instead of just putting in the work and being consistent in that work. Guys, I hope you hear this and it's in your ear. It's touching your brain, it's touching your heart, and it's making you think. you can sit there and ask yourself, where do I need to show up and be more consistent in my life? You gotta ask that. You gotta ask yourself that honest question. You gotta have an honest discussion with yourself. And I do my best to have that discussion with myself a lot, whatever the case may be. Because we can't keep lying to ourselves. We're not growing if we're lying to ourselves. So I hope you're able to have a honest conversation with yourself and figure out where you need to step up to the plate and be consistent. Show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. Don't worry about the end result. Don't worry about if you're gonna get the recognition from. I know I'm repeating myself right now, but I need this to hit home. Don't worry about the recognition from others. Make sure you show up for yourself so that you know you've done everything you were supposed to do. Check self. All right. Let's get into these contacts. As you see, the Warriors Collection Network. Boom, yeah. Follow us on IG at Warriors_collection_. Follow us on IG at Warriors_collection_network. All right. So we got 2 IG pages. One is for the Warriors Collection brand. That's the top one. And then the other one is the Warriors Collection Network. But I share whatever I share on my brand page, it usually goes to the network. And the network page usually has more of what we're doing on the show. Like I'll do a little clip of us being show ready or whatever. But as soon as we get into more, we meet more people and that can show us some things that we don't know how to do yet. We're waiting on that content because that's what the whole Warriors Collection Network is about. Finding and meeting other warriors who can teach us and show us how to do certain things to make us better in our everyday life. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it, spread the word. If you're following us on Twitter, please follow us on Twitter at SeeThroughIt1. We're trying to get to 3,000 before the end of the year. I think we at 2,800. I believe we're at 2,800. The community is definitely growing. The tribe is definitely growing. We're definitely trying to get to that 3,000 before the end of the year, though. We have goals. We're doing all that we can do to be as transparent as possible, to inspire, to motivate, to help as many as we can. All right. So follow us on the Twitter account. Follow us on TikTok. I post a little stuff here and there on there at Warriors Collection brand on TikTok. You can catch all your audio podcasts all your episodes on different platforms here. Anchor.fm, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, Overcast, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, and Breaker. All right. Check us out on the audio side. If you don't want to watch the video, definitely audio is there. It is available. We are there on the audio side. All right, folks. So with that being said, guys, I hope this episode was insightful. I hope this episode can and will inspire you to do some self-reflection and inspire you to have that tough conversation with yourself to answer that question. Where do I need to step up to the plate and be more consistent? Do what I need to do to make things happen. Where? I hope this was a thought-provoking episode. If it was, please let me know. Send me an email, send me a tweet, DM me, whatever you need to do. Let me know. Comment in the YouTube channel, whatever you need to do. Before we get up out of here, as you see on the bottom of the screen, as it scrolls, go check out the store, www.warriorscollectionbrand.com. Um, Tons of deals. We got a tons of new products on the store, featuring our Nomad rucksack. Also, you can get the Nomad rucksack bundle, right? If you have been looking to camp, hike, but you didn't know what to put in your bag, you didn't know what to pack for that bag, we got you covered. I mean, we got some quality stuff. But I took some of my experience from the military, army, and I also asked people, avid campers and hikers, what would they want in a bag if they didn't know anything about camping or hiking, right? I asked these questions. I got the feedback. I compiled it together and I created a bundle. All right, so go to the store, check that out. Run those numbers up. Come check us out. WarriorsCollectionBrand.com. We got tons of supplements. Again, these supplements are healthy supplements. If you're working out, if you're training, moving that weight, clanging and banging. If you're, MMA, jiu-jitsu, whatever you're doing, if you're out on the range and you're plinking, bang, bang, you need to supplements. You need supplements. You need them. We're especially with the food today. You're not getting everything you need out of the food unless you have your own major garden and you're constantly eating. And if you don't have that, then you're lacking in things. So check out the storefront, www.warriorscollectionbrand.com. Go to the self-care. Let me make sure. I believe self-care, health, and wellness collection. And, pick you up a supplement. Yeah, self-care, health, and wellness. We're about taking care of ourselves, relying on self to stay healthy. This is a step. I don't know how it's okay that we have all kinds of drugs in our cabinets instead of having vitamins and nutrients that we need in our cabinets. Let's change that. Let's change that. Go to the store and pick you up some supplements that you need if you are training, and if you're not training, you need supplements. Get them. All right. Because the food quality is trash nowadays. All right. The food quality is trash nowadays. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I hope you have a great day. Until next time. Until next time. This is the Warrior's Vision. I'm the Warrior. Hope to talk to you guys later. Peace.